West Winsor Law presents Getting Started with a Designation of Guardianship. Lately, I've been getting several people telling me something like this. I don't have much in the way of assets or money, so do I even need to worry about estate planning? This video aims to answer that question for parents. Parents need a plan for both death and incapacity. If you are a parent and your child is under 18, then this is directed to you. Let me ask you parents a question. What would happen to your child or children if you died in a car accident today? Unless you think that your child is better off in foster care or the custody of the state, then you need to do something about this. If you don't have a plan, then you might as well get used to the fact that some stranger is going to tuck them in at night if something happens to you. If strangers tucking them in after your death doesn't appeal to you, then take heart, because creating a plan that will spare your children from being wards of the state is achievable without undue time or expense. A designation of guardianship is a short legal document wherein you get to decide who will become guardians of your children in the event that you die. Within this document, you can set up temporary and permanent guardians in the event that the permanent guardian doesn't live nearby, and you need someone who can take custody of your children until the permanent guardian can make arrangements to receive custody and guardianship. Picture this scenario. You and your husband or wife are off on a cruise, and either by storm, accident, or by local guerrillas, you end up dying. You have left your babysitter at home with adequate instructions and specific time for your return. At some point, after you haven't gotten back or gotten contact with your sitter is going to call the police. He or she will need to return to their life and will be concerned about you while you are trying to take care of your children. If you left a temporary designation of guardianship, then you will be able to leave the children with that person. If there is no designation of guardianship, then the police will have no choice but to remove the children from the sitter's custody and place them in the foster care system. Not even grandparents will have a right to remove them from the state's custody without having an official guardian appointed by the court. Meanwhile, your children will be living with strangers, often separated from each other, and speculating on what is happening with their family and what might have happened to you. This could possibly be the worst day of their life. This is not a time when they should be with strangers. This is not what you want for your children. This is not what your children want for themselves. This situation is completely avoidable. For parents with minor children, a designation of guardianship will probably be one of the most important documents that they have. The hardest part about setting this up is the mental effort required to choose a guardian for your children. These are hard questions and should take some serious thought. After you have selected a guardian, you need to gather contact information for those guardians and finally get the documents drafted. This instrument is absolutely necessary if you have any children, and it is surprisingly inexpensive. If you are a parent of a minor child and you can only afford one thing, start with the designation of guardianship and build from there. Thanks for watching. For more information, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can also visit my website at www.westwindsorlaw.com. Go ahead and click on the links below to subscribe to my newsletter or to book an appointment.